Hello everybody, this is Astocky here, and holy crap on a stick, 20.2 is out. Like yesterday or the day before, I was thinking, I better upgrade from 20.0, and now we're up to 20.2. In fact, I just downloaded it, and there was no thread on the forum about it, and there was nothing in the homepage for Kerbal Space Program that even said they'd released it yet. So that's potentially really cool. This could be like the first thing that comes out for 20.2. Turns out the fixes aren't really even very important. Why do I another flag? Rocket science. That's right. Actually, no, wait, this is not yeah. You know what, people? We can say it's not brain surgery, it's rocket science. The other cool thing is deadly reentry is updated a couple of times, and there is the potential, the serious potential that it might be cool. I have absolutely no idea whether it's going to work the way that it's meant to. Something else that's added is it's added the heat shield parts back in. So if the standard 250 ablative heat shield isn't good enough for you, say you're re-entering hardcore and you want one of these babies, you can stick it on there, and then you're just, well, I can only assume you must be invulnerable. Invulnerable is probably not correct. I do miss my parts sorter though. Where were we? Actually, let's make some stuff blow up. Blowing stuff up, it's in the name of Kerbal Space Program. It's like, that's the theme of the game. That's what people do. That's why people have fun. So, while I'm not playing serious campaign stuff, let's make things blow up. The music seems really loud too. If that's like way louder than it should be, please let me know. Now we want 4 of these things. And I've got Ferram's Aerospace Research and Deadly Reentry installed. Those are the only 2 mods. But the good news is pretty much every mod now is updated to 0.20. So you're not really far off being able to get all these things to work anyway. Come on. Vessel probe, launcher debris. No, not a problem. We'll deal with that later. I copied an old save game over from 0.19. I probably should not have done that at this stage. Whoa. Yeah. Yep. We're so gonna die. We are gonna get so fast and so hot, and things are just gonna explode. But who doesn't want 4 solid rocket boosters strapped to them? I forgot to make them jettisonable as well. That's going to cause some problems. Wonder how hot I'm getting. Definitely heating up. Whoa, 500 degrees. That's actually pretty hot. Clearly, it's not meant to work like that. Ah, come on! I'm going like so fast. The Ferram's aerodynamic model won't let me. Oh, that's not even 90. That's 90. Stop, do it. Hold it. There we go. Hold it. Forgot to put an SAS on, it's not going to hold it. Never mind. The important thing is there's going to be like some crazy re-entry going on here. There we go. Full throttle. Look at that. Like I bought one. And that got really hot, didn't it? That was 500 plus degrees. So we need to try and avoid having that happen again. But, it's all experiments, it's all for fun. Now, apparently what they've fixed up is they've fixed up the world textures, which, I don't know about you guys, but they look pretty awesome now. They've fixed up something that's really important, which is mod textures as well. So if you were using a mod and found out you were running out of memory because the textures were just using way too much memory, that's been fixed. I think that's about it. It's basically just like a hot fix. Like, it's not even a really important fix. Oh. Staging. Oh, deployed the parachute. That is probably going to cost me. But, we're here to see the deadly re-entry effects and whether we can survive them or not. Now the new Deadly Reentry, which is version 2.1 release candidate 4, has made a couple of really cool updates that have kind of changed the way that it works. Like I've already shown you that it's added the new parts. I showed you the last video where it had added the ablative shield. It's tweaked a whole lot of the parameters now to make things just a little bit, again, I guess just better. Yeah, I mean the model now is just much better. That's the moon. Now I just want to maybe check this thing out. Oops. Got to try and keep that ascending and descending node at 0, I think, isn't it? Oh, 0.6, we're going in the wrong way. So let's go the other way. 0.5, 0.4, 0.3. Okay, so we're going in the wrong direction again. Ooh. Am I even in orbit? What are we? 78 by 443. That's pretty much an orbit. And look at Bill. I miss Jebediah. Bill is just like, oh my goodness, the world is gonna end. Silly Bill. Yeah, that's a pretty... Let's be fair, that's a pretty average orbit. But we will fix things by coming around to here. And... let's burn some retrograde. Let's drop this down into a nice steep orbit. I'm going to make this... I don't even know what I'm going to make it. Something good. Yeah, that looks good enough. Some kind of negative periapsis. So 443 is the apoapsis. I'm mainly saying that so I don't forget to write it down, because this is still like in, I guess, release candidate phase, so the developer has asked for people to test it out and make sure that it works the way that people would expect it to work. What I really want to check out here, because I didn't add a decoupler in, is I want to see what happens when we get to 100 kilometers. Check what kind of speed we have. We're doing 2400. I'm really interested to see like if my engine and stuff explode, because I know the Deadly Reentry 1.3 just made everything just blow up super fast. I'm keen to see now, with the kind of speed that I'm going to hit the atmosphere at, whether things are actually going to explode. It's probably going to, I guess, misrepresent the re-entry a bit, because it's going to make it seem a little bit easier than it actually is. There we go. Keep going until we slow down. 2495. I mean, that is a reasonably fast re-entry. It's nothing crazy, but it's definitely fast enough. Precision controls are on. I hope the chute doesn't deploy too quickly. How do I... can I... No, I can't undeploy the chute. I hope that doesn't cause me any problems. Yeah, whatever. It's gonna work. Okay, whoop, 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 whoop. Hold it. Keep it together. Keep it together. Are things heating up yet? Yes, they are starting to heat up. Hopefully, because it's an engine, we should actually see a heat bar rising as we hit the atmosphere at speed here. I hope I just don't flip end over end, because if I do, that's going to be... Ah, don't do it! I said don't do it, come on! Ah, we're going to die. We're going to die so hardcore. Well, at least we can watch the parachute heat up to the point where it explodes. Maybe if I can get it out of the atmosphere. Nope, it's not. Come on, get out. Yep, it is most definitely overheating. Ow. The capsule's ablative shield's not going to help at all, and we're going to die. We're going to die. I'm sorry, Bill. Rocking around. Rolling. Roll like crazy. It doesn't help. Nothing helps. Although, the parachute might have... Okay. The parachute may have actually absorbed enough heat. I think it has. You can see that the ablative shield is not wearing down. How are we doing back here? 400 degrees, 190 degrees. It's, you know, it's working pretty much the way that it should, except for the fact that we were meant to go in engine first. Now what I'm going to attempt to have to do is get this thing nose up. Now I have no lifting surfaces, all I have is an engine with some gimbal, so I'm hoping that once I slow down a bit I can bring Bill in for a mostly soft landing with the fuel I have left. You can see we've cooled right down now, so things worked the way that they were supposed to in that regard, but I'm pretty sure, Bill, you're a dead man. Stop smiling, now is not the time to smile. Nope, now is not the time to smile. See, you were going to hit the ground at such a high speed. I think the last thing Bill saw then was his backside. You know what? Back to the VAB. Yep, back to the VAB. Let's decouple this, let's do it properly. Decoupler. Now, one of the things about this, I guess, re-entry system is it is, I don't want to say forgiving, because forgiving is not quite the right word, but it is definitely more forgiving than the previous deadly re-entry, because it does its calculations in a much more realistic manner. And I guess basically what that means is there is every possibility that you will mess things up horribly and still survive, because, well, I guess, like I said, it calculates things in a fairly realistic manner. And the problem with fairly realistic is it doesn't get on that well with Kerbal Space Program. Orbital velocity is about a third of what it is in real life, so you can really afford to mess things up and you will still survive. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. It's definitely a noob-friendly thing. I think we're getting some re-entry heat there. Yep, up to 600 degrees. Come on. Come on. Stop fighting me. Stop it. Whoop. Whoop. Come on. Come on. This isn't meant to be an effective ascent profile. This is just meant to be, come on, this is just meant to be an ascent profile to get Bob. Wow, I'm really going through the Kerbal family at the moment. It's just meant to be effective enough to get him up into orbit so that I can see whether he dies when I try and re-enter. Again, we're to the very thin atmosphere already, pushing virtually sideways. Yeah, so I guess the whole purpose of this video was just to talk about 20.2 and how cool the new deadly re-entry is. So yeah, in terms of my campaign, I don't think I'm that far away. I think I'm really, really close to having it to the point where it will actually work the way that it's supposed to. I need to do just a little bit of testing just to make sure all the mods I have work, and I need to tweak a couple of them because a couple of them don't work that well. They kinda work, but you need to change some things around, and there's some other ones that I don't think even work at all. I mean, up until yesterday, they had like an unofficial version of some of the mods where someone had, on behalf of the developers, kind of ported them over. Unfortunately, the moderators on the Kerbal Space Program forums did the right thing and realized that those released mods were in breach of copyright and took them down, and that is a bit of a pain, because I mean, no one likes mods to be taken down when they're just trying to help, especially when the mods themselves are taking quite a while to update. So it's a little bit frustrating for something like the Kethane Pack that hasn't been updated and someone unofficially updated it, and same with I think it's the Subassy Loader. Okay. Just going to bring myself out of the atmosphere here and see how we go. It's going to be a fairly... There we go. It is going to be a fairly steep re-entry because we're coming down from 946 kilometers. But I think this will give you a good idea of just how different this version of the re-entry mod is compared to the other. And again, it's not for everyone. I mean, the whole re-entry damage thing is certainly not for everyone, but it is definitely for me. Okay, so we've got to point ourselves retrograde. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold that. Then we need to burn until the periapsis is 0. 0 is what I'm aiming for. 217 meters, that's not too bad. I've got a stage anyway, and when I stage, I will lose a little bit more. So yeah, the periapsis is just sub-0. Like you can see it kind of scraping through there. I guess what we can do now is just go to this mode here and just shoot ourselves around. Whoop. Okay, 2620 was when we crossed the threshold, and the atmospheric threshold was 2695. Again, this is just for testing purposes so that the developer who's developing this mod can really understand what's going on. This is a 15-degree re-entry angle, which, I mean, for those of you who have played the previous 1.3 of Deadly Reentry will know that this is just like an absolutely crazy version. You look up here at my Mach number, it's dropping off quite rapidly because we're hitting the thicker air now, and we don't look like we're slowing down, but the atmosphere is actually slowing us versus what gravity would be accelerating us, and you can see that in the temperature rising. So this is all exactly the way that it should work. And Bob's looking around going, you know, I'm not real sure about this. Do you know what you're doing? And the answer is no. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm going to have a lot of fun blowing things up. You see temperature rising there. We're starting to ablate our heat shield. It's not ablating too badly yet. Temperature rising, come on. It's ablating very slowly. As long as this doesn't get too hot, we should be okay. And like I said, I mean, this was a re-entry at just under 2700 meters per second. Now, if you know you were an Apollo capsule, you'd be doing almost 4 times that speed. When did my parachute deploy? That's not right. When did that happen? I don't remember saying that my parachute could deploy. That's kind of messed things up a little bit. Darn it. Stop being scared, Bob. Oh, there you go. You want to be scared? Be scared. Now the question is, how do I rotate you so you end up on your head? Nope, nope. Whoa, wrong key. Okay, we've got some serious issues going on here. You need to land on your head. Stop touching keys. I'm sorry, Bob. If they hit their head, they actually survive. I had to work out how to get him to land on his head. Anyway, none of that is important. What is important is Kerbal Space Program has updated. Pretty much all of the mods have updated, so it's basically ready to go. And for those of you who are interested, potentially tomorrow night, which would be Saturday the 1st of June, I'm going to try out, and I can't promise that it's going to work, it's going to be about 8 PM USA East time. I'm going to try out YouTube's live streaming feature. Now, like I said, I don't know if it's going to work. For those of you who are interested though, check it out. I will probably be playing KSP just to do some more fart-arsing around and seeing what happens, but I'm going to test it out, see if it works. If it does work, fantastic. I'll probably do some more live streaming in the future, because then you can automatically upload your videos to YouTube, which is really handy. Until then anyway, thanks very much for watching. Astocky out.